Guys, it's finally that time of year where I can record outside again. It's nice and windy today. We're gonna do a deep stretch detox. So let's start in cow face pose. We're gonna bend the left leg and place the right leg bent just on top so your knees are stacked. You can move your feet out or in depending on what feels more comfortable. And just place your hands on your feet. Sit up nice and tall, relax your shoulders, nice long neck, and close your eyes. We're going to take a few deep breaths, just becoming present on the mat, letting go of anything that's not serving us today. We're going to inhale to the count of 4 through the nose and exhale to the count of 8 through the mouth. Let's take an inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Gently open your eyes, and let's interlace the fingers behind our back. Shoulder blades come together, open through the chest, and just slowly melt the belly towards your thighs. You can rest your chin on your right knee, or just keep the neck nice and long in line with the spine. Reach the hands towards the sky. Take an inhale and exhale. Gently release the hands. Use your fingertips to help come up. And let's walk the fingertips over to the right. Reach the left arm over left ear. Gaze up towards the sky. And inhale. And exhale. Let's take it over to the left. Walk the fingertips out. Right arm reaches over right ear. Gaze up. Inhale. And exhale. Come on back to center and let's twist over to the right. Nice long spine. Look over your right shoulder. Deep breath. And take it over to the left. Look over that shoulder. Deep breath. Come back to center. Let's switch the legs now. So right leg is on bottom, left leg stacks on top. Your knees might not be stacked directly over one another, and that's okay. Just make sure both sits bones are on the mat. Sitting up nice and tall, let's interlace the fingers. Shoulder blades come together, open the chest, melt the belly forward. Reach the hands towards the sky. Take an inhale and an exhale. Release. Use those fingertips to help you come up and walk the fingers out to the left. Right arm over right ear, look up to the sky. Inhale and exhale. Come on over to the right. This time, left arm over left ear, gaze up. Inhale and exhale. Come back to center. We're going to twist over to the left, look over that shoulder. Come back to center, take it over to the right. Keep the spine long. Deep breath. And come back. Let's place the right foot on the inside of the left thigh. Use your peace fingers to grab a hold of that toe. Open through the torso. Reach the right arm over right ear. And hold for one deep breath. And let's switch sides. Left foot on the inside of the right thigh, flex that foot, use those peace fingers, open the torso, left arm over left ear, hold for one, Deep breath. Come up through center. Come into your middle split. It's gonna look a little bit less, I don't know what word I want. It's not gonna be as open because we're just starting to stretch our bodies and warm up. So don't overdo it here. We're gonna grab both toes if that's available. If not, you can just walk your fingertips out through the center, melting the belly towards the ground. You can also rest on your forearms. And hold here for 3 deep breaths. And slowly roll it up. Right arm comes out, hook the left arm around and pull it in toward your chest. Look over that shoulder. Take a deep breath. And let's take it to the other side. Pull it in, look over that shoulder. Deep breath. Let's interlace the hands behind the back and bring them over to the right, bringing your left ear to your left shoulder. Opening up the neck. And let's just do a half circle neck stretch. Bring chin to chest, coming over to the other shoulder and back to the left. Do that a couple times. And let's take the hands over to the left side. Bring right ear to right shoulder. Relax the shoulder, don't lift it towards the ear. And do some small half circle neck stretches. A couple times. Nice and slow. And let's go ahead and release. We're going to come into our tabletop and just kind of ignite the core here. Bringing the knees under the hips, hands directly under your shoulders. We're going to gently lift in and up on our belly button and bring the right leg out long. We're going to take the left hand and grab a hold of your upper arm, keeping that elbow in line. Hold here. You should start to feel the core light up. Make sure your hips are squared, toes are pointed. And add your breath in. Let's take it to the other side. Left leg comes out long. Grab a hold of the upper arm with your right hand. Hips are squared. Add your breath in. And come on back. We're going to walk the hands forward, melt the chest and forehead to the mat. Relax through the shoulders, coming into puppy pose. Tailbone is reaching for the sky. Hold here for 3 breaths. Gently lift your head and just walk those hands back in. We're going to curl the toes, come into your first down dog. Take your 3 breaths, bending one knee and then the other, walking your dog. Make sure shoulders are away from the ears. Spine is nice and long. If you need to keep a bend in your knees, feel free. Let's pop up to our tippy toes to inhale and exhale, melt the heels to the mat. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, heels to the mat. One more time. Inhale and exhale, melt. On the next inhale, right leg high to three-legged dog. We're going to exhale, open up that hip, bending the knee, heel to glute, and just take a couple hip circles. And reverse. Just warming up through the hip. And we're going to bring knee to chest. We inhale. Exhale, step that foot between those hands and drop down on the back knee. Now, if you have a block, this is a good place to use it. If you don't worry. Just pop up on your fingertips. We're going to lift the back heel, grab a hold with the left hand towards your glute, and sink forward. Hold here for 3 deep breaths. And gently release. You can keep the block there and reach for that left thigh, opening up the torso to the left side. Hold for 3 breaths. Coming back to frame that foot. We're going to come into runner's lunge. So we're going to straighten through that front leg, flex that foot, and melt nose to knee. Hold for 3 deep breaths. And let's come back and frame that front foot. Curl the back toes, lift that knee, slide it back to your high plank. Use your knees if you need to modify to take your vinyasa. Inhale, forward. Exhale, elbows in at your side. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, into down dog. Let's inhale onto our tippy toes. Exhale, melt. Inhale, up. Exhale, melt. Inhale, up. And exhale, melt. We're going to inhale the left leg high to three-legged dog. Exhale, bend that knee, open up that hip, heel to glute. Inhale, circle that hip. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, switch the circle. Opposite way. Keep the breath going. And let's inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, step that foot between those hands, drop down on that back leg. Use your block or pop up on your fingertips. We're going to lift that right leg, grab the heel with your right hand, pull it in towards your glutes, and sink forward. Hold for 3 breaths. Gently drop that leg down, open the torso, and place your right hand on your right thigh. Hold for 3 breaths. And let's frame that foot. Coming into your runner's lunge, straighten that front leg, flex that foot, nose to knee. Take 3 deep breaths. And come back. Hop up on that back leg, come into your high plank. Use your modification if you need. Inhale forward, exhale chaturanga. Inhale upward dog. And exhale back to down dog. We're going to inhale to our tippy toes. Exhale, melt the heels. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, melt. Inhale up. Exhale, melt. On our next inhale, right leg high, 3-legged dog. We're going to exhale, knee to chest. Step it up. Coming into warrior 2. We're going to first open up into our side angle. Open that torso, keeping a 90-degree angle in that front leg. Really using that outer side of your back foot. And let's come on up. Warrior two. Inhale, straighten, arms overhead. Exhale, bend down. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, back to warrior two. One more time. Straighten through that front leg. Right hand on right shin. Open up to triangle. Take 3 breaths here. You can gaze down at your foot or up towards the sky. And we're going to come into extended triangle. Inhale. And exhale back to warrior two. Bringing both hands on the inside of that right foot. We're going to begin to walk them around, facing that foot over to the left side of the mat and flexing the back foot. Fingertips can come out in front. If you feel comfortable, you can bring hands to heart center and just feel a nice deep stretch in your leg. Hold for 3 breaths. Fingertips come out. We're going to take it to the other side. So this time left foot is facing the left side of the mat, straightening through that right foot, flexing that foot. Fingertips can come out in front or hands to heart center. Hold for 3 breaths. And let's walk it back around to our low lunge. Drop down on that back leg. We're going to come into our runner's lunge, straighten through that right leg, flex that foot, nose to knee. Hold for 1 breath and sink forward into your low lunge. Hold for 1 breath. Coming back to runner's lunge, flex that foot, nose to knee. Hold for 1 breath. And back to your low lunge. Pop up on the fingertips, open the chest. Hold for 1 breath. This time we're going to come back to runner's lunge and just inch back on that back leg. Slide that heel forward. Pop up on your fingertips, or you can use your blocks, coming into your full split, or it might look like mine. Mine's not a full split. Just try to keep your spine nice and tall, nice and long. 3 breaths here. We're going to walk the hands over to the left side of the mat, bend that back leg in, and just heel, well, not heel toe, but kind of toes and then knee, toes and then knee, coming back to our tabletop. It's the safest, easiest way to come out of a split without hurting yourself. Let's curl the toes, come back to our down dog. Inhale to your tippy toes. Exhale, mount. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, mount. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, mount. We're going to inhale the left leg to 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest. Step it forward. Turn and flip on that back foot. Side angle. Open up the torso. Reach the right arm to the sky. Hold for 3 breaths. You can also use a block here if you need, or place your left forearm on your left thigh. Let's come into warrior two without falling. Open it up a little wider. Arms come out. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more time. We're going to straighten through the front leg, come right into triangle. Gaze can be up or down. breath. Coming into extended triangle. Inhale and exhale back to warrior two. Bring both hands on the inside of that left foot. We're going to walk them around to the center. Face that left foot towards the right side of your mat and flex through your right foot. You can bring fingertips out or hands to heart center. Hold for 3 breaths. Gaze is forward. Fingertips back to the ground, and let's take it to the other side. So now the right foot is facing the right side of the mat. Left foot is flexed. Maybe your heel is touching the mat, maybe it's not. Hold for 3 breaths. Really flexing that left foot. Fingertips back. We're going to walk it around, coming into our low lunge. Drop down on that back knee. Come into your runner's lunge, straighten through that leg, nose to knee. Hold for a breath. Come into your low lunge, open that chest, sink into that hip. Deep breath. Back to runner's lunge, nose to knee. Deep breath. And back to low lunge, open it up. This time coming back to your runner's lunge, we're gonna gently walk that back leg back and then slide the left heel forward, coming into a full split. Nice long spine. Hold for 3 breaths. This is much easier to do with 2 blocks. Now let's walk both hands over to the right of the mat. We're going to bend that back leg in and just bring knee, and toe until we can safely come back to our tabletop. Let's curl the toes back to down dog. Inhale to tippy toes. Exhale, sink. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, sink. Inhale and exhale. On our next inhale, right leg high. We're going to exhale, step that foot wide, half on, half off your mat. Drop down on that back leg. We're going to use the right hand to push out on that right thigh, coming on to the side of that foot, opening up that hip. Torso is facing the right side of your mat. Deep breath. And go ahead and bring that foot back flat. We're going to lift the back foot, grab a hold of the top of the foot or the heel, bring heel to glute and sink forward. Deep breath. 2 more breaths. Gently release that back foot. We're going to heel toe that right foot, coming right into pigeon. So hips are square to the front. Right knee is at the right side of the mat. And you can walk the hands forward, come down to your forearms, or walk the hands all the way out, melting forehead to the mat. Hold here for 3 deep breaths. And gently lift your head, walk those hands in. We're going to curl the back toes, lift that knee, and bring the right foot over to the left side of the mat. Turn and flatten on the back foot. Feeling a nice deep stretch in the back of that leg. And bring it just under you, coming back to your plank. Take your vinyasa. Inhale forward. Exhale, lower elbows in. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, heels. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, heels. step it wide, half on, half off the mat, slightly turned out, drop down on that back leg. Left hand on the inside of that thigh, open up that hip, come onto the outer side of the left foot. Torso is facing the left side of the mat. Deep breath. We're going to lift that back foot. See if you can grab the top of the foot or the toes or even the heel and stretch that heel to glute, sinking into that front hip. Hold for 3 breaths. It feels so good outside. Like that breeze is so cool. Gently release that back leg. And we're going to curl the toes and pop up on the knees. Just heel toe that foot on the inside of the hands, coming into your pigeon. Hip square to the front, left knee towards the left side of the mat. Walk those fingertips out and come down to your forearms or forehead. And hold here for 3 deep breaths. Gently lift the head. Walk those hands in. Curl the back toes, and we're going to slide that left foot out and turn and flatten on the back foot. Now you might need to keep your knee bent here, but you should feel a really good stretch in the back of that leg. If you don't, maybe your foot's out too far. I have it just off the side of my mat. And we're going to slide it under us, coming back to our plank. Take your vinyasa. Inhale forward, exhale lower. Inhale, open it up. We're going to exhale, drop the knees and slowly lower to your belly, elbows in at your side. Hands come down by your side. We're going to do bow pose. So you want to slightly bring those thighs in, I don't know what I'm saying. Internally rotate. There we go. I forget words sometimes, so bear with me. Internally rotate your thighs, lift heels to glutes. Grab both feet. And from here, we're going to kick back into our hands, opening up through the chest. Make sure the knees are not splaying out. Deep breath. Deep breath. One more. And gently release. Coming back to your tabletop, back to down dog. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, melt. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, melt. One more time. We're going to step the right foot to the front of our mat, right behind the right hand. Left foot just behind the left hand. Feet are slightly turned out. We're going to slowly lower the tailbone towards the mat and use the elbows to push out on the thighs, hands to heart. Coming into Malasana or yogic squat. Hold for 3 breaths. Your heels might be lifted off of the mat, that's fine. Fingertips come to the mat, we slowly begin to rise. Heel toe the feet, hip width distance. Bring the right hand to the center of the mat. And as we open up, we're going to bend the right knee, straighten through the left leg, and look up at your hand. Deep breath. Hopefully you can still see me. Deep breath. One more breath. And let's take it to the other side. This time, left hand on the center of the mat. Bending through that left leg, straightening through the right leg. Right arm to the sky. Hold for 3 breaths. And come back. Forward fold, melt the belly towards the thighs. Grab your ankles. Deep breath. And let's slowly roll it up. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. I'm going to step back just a little bit so you guys can see me. Coming into mountain pose, really root through those feet. Engage through the legs. Pelvis is slightly tucked. Open through the ribs. Relax the shoulders, long neck. Hands to heart. We're going to bring the weight into the left foot as we bend the right knee. With your peace fingers, grab a hold of that toe. Maybe use a wall, or bring that left arm out for counterbalance. We're going to straighten through that front leg. Hold for 3 breaths. And slowly bend it in. From here, grab the top of that foot. Stretch that heel to glute. Keep your focal point. Again, you can use a wall or a chair if you need. And let's walk that hand on the inside of the right foot. We're going to slowly reach forward, kicking back into that hand, coming into dancer's pose, or you know what I mean. Slowly release. You can tell I'm like losing my memory. It's terrible. I have no brain cells left. It's bad. Not good. Coming back to mountain pose. Really root through those feet. Engage through the legs. Open up. Relax the shoulders. Bringing the weight into the right foot now. We're going to bend the left leg. Grab the toe with the peace fingers. Use that right arm for counterbalance. And straighten in front. Hold for 3 breaths. Slowly bend that knee. Grab the left foot. Bring left heel to left glute. Keeping your focal point. Keeping the breath. Walk that hand on the inside. And melt forward. Kick back into that hand. Right arm reaches out. Hold for 3 breaths. And gently release. Shake it out. Let's inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, dive it down. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on your shins, nice long spine. And exhale, forward fold. Hands to the mat. Step it back. Drop down to your knees. And let's bring our elbows to the mat. They should be just under your shoulders. You can measure by grabbing each elbow with each hand. And then we're going to interlace our fingers. From here, we're going to curl the toes and lift the tailbone to the sky, melting your chest towards your thigh. Head is lifted off of the mat, coming into dolphin pose. We're going to bend through the knees without touching the mat, and then straighten, melt the heels back. Bend the knees, hover, straighten the legs. One more time. Keep the breath going. And slowly release. We're going to swing those legs around. And of course, do some core work. Slowly lay back. Let's pop up on our forearms. Tuck those hands. Oh man, really? Tuck those hands underneath. Open up through the chest. And we're going to bring knees to nose. Tap the toes. Knees to nose. Tap the toes. Add the breath in. Sorry for the loud noises, but I guess that's what I get for recording yoga outside. We're going to bring legs up, stay up on your forearms. And we're going to bring the right leg down almost to the ground and lift. Left leg and lift. Add the breath in. So loud. Keep going. And feet to the mat. Gently lay back. Hug the knees in. Give yourself a little rock back and forth. And let's bring the legs up. We're going to grab the outsides of both feet, coming into happy baby, pushing the knees towards the mat without lifting the tailbone. So make sure the tailbone is flat, and then push through the feet. Bring knees down to the other side. Hold here for 3 breaths. How much grass do you have? Jesus. We're going to grab the right toe with our peace fingers, and we're going to straighten that leg out. Keeping the spine on the mat, the entire back on the mat. Inhale and exhale. Bend it in, take it to the other side. Inhale and exhale. And this time, see if you can do both legs. Stretch them out. Keeping the spine nice and flat on the mat. Inhale and exhale. And it in. Both feet to the mat. Cross right leg over the left. Coming into figure 4. Bring the left shin parallel with the sky. Wrap both hands behind that left thigh. Pull everything in towards your chest, keeping the tailbone on the mat. Inhale and exhale. And switching sides now. Left leg crosses over, figure 4. Right shin parallel. Wrap the hands around that right thigh and pull everything in. Big inhale and exhale. We're going to bring both legs out long. Hug the right knee into the chest. Grab the right toe with your peace fingers and straighten that leg out. You can place left hand on left thigh to keep that thigh on the mat. Keep it flat. Bend through that right knee if you need. And let's hug it into the chest. Twist over to the left. Right arm comes out. And look over towards the right hand. Inhale. And exhale. Let's come back. Bring the left knee into the chest. Hug it in. Grab that big toe with your peace fingers, straighten that leg. Right hand on right thigh. Big inhale. And exhale. If you feel your muscles shaking right now, that's completely normal. Let's hug it in and twist it over to the right. Left arm comes out, look over towards that hand. Both shoulder blades stay on the mat. And come on back. Feet flat on the mat. Turn to one side and slowly come up. Nice and slow. Grab a block. Have a seat on the block. Feel free to end in cow face like we started with, or maybe crisscross at the ankles or half lotus. Sitting up nice and tall. I want you to close your eyes. And as we take a deep breath in, I want you to think of some positive words, positive things about yourself, or things that you really just want to work on. And just repeat those words in your head as you inhale. And then as we exhale, I want you to think of words that you also want to work on, but some things that are maybe a little bit more negative. So insecurities or self-doubt, anything like that. I want you to say those words as you release your breath. We're going to take a deep breath in, reach the arms up. Hold the breath. And release. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, arms overhead. Hold the breath. And release. Hands to heart. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me today, despite my hot mess express self. Forgetting words, I just need to go back to sleep, I think. But hey, we did it, so that's what counts, right? Anyways, I hope to see you back tomorrow. Hopefully I can do another outside practice, if it's still nice. I love you guys, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Namaste. Hopefully the lawnmower was nice and peaceful for you guys. Bye.